Okay, fine. So, very good evening, and I'm really excited, and I really welcome you all for this exciting webinar on retargeting. I'm a huge fan of retargeting. So, if you're a business owner or a digital marketer or entrepreneur, or if you want to make a career in digital marketing, this session gonna add a lot of value. And before I start, let me give you a quick idea. So, my name is Saurabh Pandey, and I'm the founder of this company, Brandveda, and we are into digital marketing training. And I'm into digital for last 13-14 years. I work with a lot of big companies, and these are some of my specialists. So I love Google Ads. So I've been doing Google Ads from last about 10 years, and I was there in Mumbai. I worked with agency which was specializing only to Google Ads. So we spend a lot of money on Google Ads. We spend a lot of money on digital marketing for our clients, and we made a lot of money from digital marketing. So my passion is also towards web analytics. I find data measurement is really very important, and search engine optimization, social media strategy, or lead gen. I love automation. I love retargeting, and that's what we're going to talk about in this exclusive webinar. This is just an idea, and this is just about myself. So I've trained more than 50,000 plus students. I'm also visiting faculty, and I've done workshops in 100 plus colleges, 40 plus universities, and I've done 100 plus workshops. So I believe one thing which is really very important is it's all about investing time. So great people, you know what they do is they invest time here, and I congratulate everyone that you've decided to spend time in this webinar. And we're going to talk about a lot of things in this webinar. And before I jump directly into webinar, it's very important to know who am I. So that's important. So this is my team. So we are based in Ahmedabad, and we do have a team of 30-40 people as of now. We work with a lot of HR companies. We work with a lot of freelancers. This is just an idea about our team. And we do have a lot of courses, start from social media to digital marketing, search engine optimization, Twitter, LinkedIn. So we cover a lot of things in our courses. And we place a lot of students as of now. So we have placed 5,000 plus students in digital marketing. We do a lot of preparations. We work with a lot of agencies, recruitment agencies and companies from IT sector, advertising, where we place our candidates. And this is one of the reasons why people love us. And our objective of this webinar is to make you fall in love with digital marketing, because if that happens, your life will be changed, right? So knowledge is really very important, and you can check our reviews. We do have 1,000 plus reviews on Google, and we have 50,000 plus students, 100 plus placement tie-ups, 2,000 plus project consulted. These are the reasons. We work on certification, we work on some of the best tools. So I've been using, SEO Mouse, link research tool, and a lot of tools we're using as of now to add a lot of value to our client and to our students as well. So keep in mind, we focus a lot on training. We do very selective projects, because you see that when we have students and if they have some projects, we are also guiding them how to get better, how to promote the product in digital space as well. We'll talk about all the things. And you see, we work with a lot of institutes. So that's really very important. And we work with a lot of companies. So these are some of our place students recently recruited in digital marketing. So these are our centers. These are our reviews. You can check all these reviews. And these are our placement partners. So these are our testimonials. You can also go to our YouTube channel and get to know about our company as well. So now let's start with very important, which is retargeting. And my question to all of you is, how many of you know retargeting? So if you know yes, you can type comment yes. Let's get into remarketing, because this is so important. And the question is why we should be paying attention to remarketing. We'll talk about that part as well. But I find this is really very important. Okay, fine. So let's see. Okay, fine. So let's start. The question is what exactly is retargeting. So I'll just open my slide. And you see that the point is what is retargeting. So you see that retargeting is so important. And before we get into retargeting, the question is what exactly is retargeting. So let's say if you are going to Amazon, for example, if you let's say if you're looking for a watch, and let's say if you have added that watch to cart, but you haven't made any purchase. So what will happen is, and when you leave that site and when you go to any site, you will find that ad will start chasing you. So we have always encountered this kind of advertisement. So we always feel that ad is chasing us. And this is an example of retargeting, and in this case, I want to target someone who's actually coming to my site. So it's like, let's say if you have got storefront, and if someone is coming to a store, and let's say, and if they're not buying anything from your store, and they're leaving from your store, wherever they go, I want to make sure that they should see my ads, because I want them to come again and again. This is so important, because if they're coming back again to my website, it's very important that I'm going to have conversion. This is just an example of retargeting. So I need to build audience. We'll see quickly, but I hope that you got some basic understanding what exactly is retargeting. So you see, when someone visits your website, you can see that you're retargeting products. So this is like potential customer, they visit your website and then leave your website. So let's say, so they might be coming to a website from any source. Let's say they're coming from Google or Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or from some other website. So they came to your website, and once they are on a website and they have not taken any action, they're just leaving the website, and where they will go, we're going to show them advertisements. So this is known as retargeting. We're going to talk about some very important strategies in retargeting, but this is just an example. You see, customers, they visit your site, they leave, they surf the web, they see my ad, they can come back and then they take some action. So the question is, why we want to do this? Because number one, we want to engage with our users. Someone coming on a website, but let's say they are not spending more time. We want them to get back to our site as well. So which is an engagement. So it's gonna engage with the users. Number two is it's also create good brand recall value, because someone coming on a website and they go to any website, they're gonna see my ad, and it will add a lot of value. So they will be able to recall my brand faster. And third is it also positions your brand as well, because people, when they visit their website, different websites, if they see your website, if they see your ad, you get to find this company looks good. So it also positions your brand. It's boosting awareness, because where they will go, people will always see their ad. For example, if someone comes to my website and they go to YouTube, because YouTube is the second largest search engine, I want to make sure that they should see my ad when they're on YouTube as well. So that's really very important, because my audience, anyways, they're gonna go to YouTube, and when they go to YouTube, they're gonna see my ads from Brandveda, and that's gonna add a lot of value. Another reason why we should be putting money in Google Ads, in retargeting, because we do have good ROI, return on investment, and conversion rate is very high, and we are actually are targeting very potential customers. So someone came on my website, or someone engaging with me across different platforms, we're going to target them. So it's all about brand recall value, it's all about positioning, it's all about good ROI, it's all about good conversion rate, it's all about generating leads. So there are a lot of reasons why we should be investing in retargeting. So that's very, very important. I'm going to show you some examples where we'll learn how we're going to start with retargeting. And these are some common retargeting practices. So which is site retargeting. So what is site retargeting is, which is website visitor targeting. So someone came to a website. So if they go to any website, so we want to make sure that they should see my advertisement. So one is site retargeting. And then we have got email retargeting, we have got search retargeting, we have got CRM retargeting, dynamic retargeting, Facebook retargeting. So I'll tell you, when we talk about retargeting, so all social media platforms, they do have their own retargeting methods to do it. So whether it's a Facebook or a LinkedIn or Twitter, you can do retargeting across all platforms, right? So now you see, so this is site retargeting, which is very same, which we have discussed. Someone came to your site, they leave your site, and then if they're visiting any website, I want to make sure that they see my ad. This is an example of site retargeting. So what you can do is, it's very simple. I'll quickly show you how you can do this with the help of Google Ads, or with the help of Facebook. You can do it. So someone coming on my website, I want to make sure that when they go to Facebook, they should be seeing my ad. So I can do that part very easily. Now, what is email retargeting is, we're going to send some emails. And if my customers, if they open my email, we want to make sure that they should be seeing my ads as well. So that's email retargeting. Then we have got search retargeting. It means someone searching about my product, let's say on Google, let's say someone searching digital marketing incident in the birth. So I want to make sure that when they're doing this kind of search queries, they should be seeing my ads. So that's very much possible with the help of search retargeting. So Google Ads has this feature. Even we can show advertisement on YouTube as well. So that's really very important. And then you can see CRM retargeting. So Facebook, they do have this feature. Google, they do have this feature where you have, email IDs of your customers. So let's say if you're promoting your product, or if someone is subscribing for your email list, or if you're collecting email list with the help of lead magnets, you can always build email list of your customers, and you want to make sure that those email lists, so people whosoever is in your email list, they should see your ads. So you can do that part as well. So we do have some platforms where we can do this, which is CRM retargeting. Obviously, we're going to have Facebook retargeting as well. So you can see that people visit your site, they leave without completing your action. Later, while browsing Facebook, they're going to see your retargeted ad. So it's like, let's say, if you come to the website, if you have not taken any action, and if you go to any website, like if you go to specifically Facebook, you want to see some ads, which is very important. And the object is very simple. I want people to come back to my site again and again. I want them to take some action. So make sure that you also should be taking care of funnels, because we work on funnel. Funnel is very important concept. And what does funnel means is, so how many of you know funnels? Okay, fine. So what a funnels is, I want my customers to take some specific actions, and if they take some specific action, they're gonna become my customers. So we need to get into concept of buyer's journey. It's from awareness to engagement, and engagement to conversion. It's a very simple 3-step, but we might have more steps in funnels as well. So you can see that. So this is important. These are some of very important practices about retargeting. So before we get into live, and we'll see how we're going to do it, you can see site retargeting, email retargeting, search retargeting, CRM retargeting, Facebook retargeting. So I'm not mentioning here Twitter, but you can add Twitter, you can add LinkedIn. So there are a lot of platforms where you can do retargeting. So it's not only about Facebook, but we do have good traffic on Facebook. So I'm also doing drop shipping, and I'm also having my e-store, which I have built on Shopify. So a lot of revenue is coming from Facebook retargeting as well. So that's very, very, very important. So this is all about common retargeting practices. Okay, so before we start getting into practicals, and I'll tell you some very good tools in order to do this. So there are a few things that we should be knowing, which is really very important. And the point number 1 is retargeting can boost ad response up to 400%. So it means see that engagement gonna increase up to a good level. Point number 2, you can see a CPG company, Kimberly and Clark, relies on retargeting, saying it is seen 50-60% higher conversion rate among consumers who have been retargeted. So you see, if you talk about e-commerce company, it's all about retargeting. Trust me, it's all about retargeting. So next is, let's see some more statistics. So you can see the website visitors who are retargeted with display ads are 70% more likely to convert on your website. So what I suggest is you should be targeting your website visitors. And the only drawback of what you have is, if you don't have a website visitors, then it will be really very difficult to start with retargeting campaigns. Next, let's go ahead. So that's why we should be paying attention to retargeting. You see that retargeting has gone mainstream, and the reason why I'm putting this, because you see that a lot of brands is spending a lot of money on retargeting. So what they do is, so the idea is, what we do is we create a content like blog, we promote it, and someone reading that blog, because it's an informational piece of content, it's very important, and we can bring very easily people to that blog, that too at very low cost, and then we can start retargeting. So that's very important. So we should be taking care of funnel, but the point is, brands are investing a huge amount of money in retargeting, so which is important. Now you can see that 75% consumers have noticed being retargeted after they visited an advertiser's website. Now one thing is very important. If you talk about e-commerce, the 90% conversion happens after third visit. So think of, when you buy something from e-commerce site, you at least visit the website thrice before you made a purchase. So only 7%, less than 7% conversion happens on the first visit, and that's why retargeting is so crucial. Now you can see that 7% of consumers have responded to special offers. So what we can do is, we can always run with special offers, or we can build brand. So the idea is, the way you communicate with the users, people are actually coming to your site. So there are 2 ways. Number 1, we can always put on an offer, which is a very generic way. So it's like, you visited my store, and now you're leaving my store and I'm going to tell you, look, wait, I'm going to give you 10% off. This is what happens with us when we do shopping, right? And the point number 2 is what we can do is we can always build trust. So it's like you came to my site, but you have never, you have not made purchase. And when you go to some other website, I'm going to tell you, look, see my testimonials, because I want to make sure that I should have good, good positioning of my brand, and I want to build trust. So I've seen a lot of brands. What they do is they always show, testimonials. A very key objective of retargeting campaigns as well. Important, and it's also helped in order to generate sales. That's important. So you can see that 56% of retargeting is used to acquire customers. This is number one reason why people love targeting. And 42% of people, brands using retargeting, used to build brand awareness. So that's very important. And you see that 11% of retargeting is used to acquire competitors' customers. So that's really very interesting. So, and this is one of the reasons why we should be putting money in retargeting. I'm a huge fan of retargeting. And what I tell you that number one is website plus YouTube is good retargeting options, which is also known as video retargeting, or it's a website and YouTube retargeting. So what is video retargeting is, let's say if I'm having a channel on YouTube, which I'll show to you. So if someone is watching that channel, I want to make sure that they should see my ads as well. So that's very important. So that is known as video retargeting. Someone is watching a video. We want to make sure that when they are on YouTube, they must be seeing my ads. So that's really very important. And obviously, I want to target someone on my website. I know that my customers will go to YouTube, and once they are on YouTube, I want to make sure that they should see my ads. Or let's say once they are on any other website, it's not about YouTube, they should be seeing my ads. Now let's start with some practical how we're going to do it, and I'm going to tell you some important tools which you can use in order to start with retargeting as well. Okay, so now if you really want to, if you really want to start with, retargeting, I'll tell you there are a lot of ways to do it. Facebook, they do have own retargeting capacities. LinkedIn, Twitter, or social media network, they do have their own retargeting platforms where you can do retargeting campaigns. Now keep in mind, let's say for example, if someone is visiting my website, if they want to go to Facebook, I can start with Facebook retargeting. There are a lot of options where we can build audiences. But one of the tools which I will suggest you that can help you to immediately start with retargeting, which is this AdWords. I'm a huge fan of AdWords, so this is one of our account, but we do have different account. This is just an idea, and you see that this is an AdWords account, and this is from March 10 to 23. And you can see that these are some campaigns. So what you have to do is just log into AdWords, and I'll show it to you. So just go to AdWords. You go to AdWords. And then what you have to do is just log in with AdWords. You can see try AdWords free. Just create an account in AdWords. And then what you have to do is get one pixel code. So AdWords will give you a pixel code. Put that pixel code across your website. So if you have got Tag Manager, you can use Tag Manager. So that can be done. So you see that I'm quickly logging into this sheet. So I've logged into this. Now what I'm going to do is you can see that left hand side you'll see some bar. You can see some settings option. So you see that settings. So I'll go to settings, and you'll get a code, and make sure that you put that code across all pieces of the website, which is important. You can see by domain, this is some advertiser profile. So Brandveda. So you can see that. So this is our profile. You have to put your website, and then this is very simple thing that we need to do. User permissions. So payment methods. So you can work on some payment methods. Data collection. So you can also connect this account with Facebook as well. So you can do Facebook retargeting as well. Some data collection opt-ins. So make sure that you click here and click here. That's important. You can go through some GDPR compliant. You can see that. So that's important. And then this is IP. So prevent all ads in account from displaying on unwanted computer network. You can choose exclude certain IPs. So if you want to make sure that if you want to exclude certain IPs, you can do it. So that's important. So if you don't want to associate it with certain domain, publisher, or website. So if you don't want to show ad on some websites, you can always put it here. That's very important. You can 1 lakh domain you can add. and 30 minutes. It will take 30 minutes. This is just in setting option. And then this one help center. These are all notifications. Fine. So campaign. This is, this is your details. I'll go here and you can see that what we need to do is we need to create a campaign. This is a dashboard. We'll go to campaign. So what I'm going to do is, so make sure that you have to put that code. You can see here. So this is a campaign. So you can see that I'm going to click on create campaign, and the objective is, what is your objective? So you see that drive brand awareness on the web, drive brand awareness on the social media. So if you want to show advertisement on Facebook and Instagram. So what it means is someone coming to your website and they go to Facebook, Instagram, you want to make sure that they should see your ad. You can always go with this. Or if you want to start with native ads or display ads or video ads, you can start with this. And then convert visitors across channel. This is all about conversion. So if you're looking for conversion, you can always go with this. And you can see ad liability, audiences, attribution reports. So let's say if you want to start with brand awareness campaign, so I can click here. And what I need to do is I'm going to create a campaign. It's very simple, straightforward. So if you're creating a campaign on Google Ads, or let's say if you're creating it on Facebook or LinkedIn, it's very simple. You can see that. So we're going to have some account level. So you can see. So you can always set a daily budget, immediately start, end date, and then what you need to do is you need to create an ad group. So the point is, what you have to do is here we're going to talk about what is your campaign settings. So check, choose the type of sites where your ads will serve. This is contextual targeting. You can set some specific websites where you want to show advertisements. You can target on the basis of demographic or interest. So let's say, for example, if I want to show my ad to someone who is having some specific demographic, for example, someone age, which I want to target from 22 or 30, that can be done with some specific interest. So if you want to explore interest, what you can do is go to Google Analytics. I find that part is very important, and go to Analytics, and there you will find interest, and you can find interest of your audience. If you want to some specific interest, you can do it. Or if you want to have lookalike audiences, so someone coming onto your website, you want to tell AdWords that, okay, people coming onto your website, create replica. So you want to target someone who is same as this audience. So that you can always do. And then you can name a test campaign, for example. So let's say demographic or interest. You can set daily budget. Let's say I want to spend $1 a day, but what they're suggesting is at least $3, $2.50 a month. And then impressions. And then you can put start date, end date. So let's say I'm going to start this campaign from 25th, and I'm going to end this campaign on 29th. I highly advise that you should be start with end date, because that's important. And then there are some advanced options. So I'm going to make it yes, and then we need to build an audience. You can say interest. These are some interests, and then you can always select location, and then what you need to do is you need to create an ad. So you can upload an ad. So let's say, for example, I'm going to start with this. So you can see. So you can check these options. But before I do this, let me quickly tell you audiences. So click on leave option. It's very simple. I'll quickly show you. So you see that these are my audiences. So you can see that how many people they have actually came to my site. We can build audiences under audiences tab. You can see the site audiences. Unique visitors 656 from February 20 to 23. This is just an idea. 2076 page views. So people, they have seen, some people came to my website and they have seen these many pages, 2076. And these are the audiences which I'm building as of now. This is SEO Courses in the bath, and this is all audiences. You can see that all visitors, they visited to my website, which is 745. And if I click here, you see that we'll get some insights about my audiences. So number one thing, what you need to do is make sure that you have to place a code on your website. Once that code is installed, you'll see some details. So you see that insights. So people actually who are coming back, who are actually coming onto my website, they're coming more from a mobile phone, and this is others, Xiaomi, Redmi Note 4. So this is just an idea, like you see that iPhone is big, and then generic smartphones, desktop versus mobile. You see that more people are coming from desktop and then mobile. Operating system, we'll get some details. People are coming more from Windows and then Android, and then Windows 7, Android 10, Windows 8, and some others. Web browsers, you see a lot of people are coming from Chrome. Country, language, so you can see where they are coming from. This is important. So, so what you can do is you can get to know all these details. This is so important. So if you want to edit, this is just an idea. So you can edit. So just check this option. We have a lot of options. And once you are ready, you can see add library. So what you have to do is you have to make an ad and make sure that you put ads here. Let's say if I go to add library, so they do have their own specifications, the way we do it on Google Display Network. So you see that ad library, so we'll see, so you see that these are the ads which are showing as of now. And if you want to upload, you can just upload. You see that these are the ads. So you display ad 300 by 250 pixels, 300 by 600 pixels, 160 by 600, 970 by 750. Native ads, web video ads, Facebook, Instagram. See all supported sizes. So what you have to do is before you start with campaigning on Android, make sure that you check all these formats. You see that this is important. So you see that you can find here static web ads formats. But this is just a quick idea. So what you do is just go to your designer and give them this size and make sure that they create this one. That is done. You can always upload sizes. So you can see that. So if I see this preview, you can see that this is preview. Fine, and then you can always work on UTM parameters. We'll see these details. So you see that this is my ad. So someone came to my site, we're going to show them this. Are you still looking for master's course in digital marketing? I want them to click on this ad. I want them to come to my website. This is so interesting. Fine. So once that is done, now it's easy to create a campaign. So let's start creating campaign quickly. I'll show you how we can do it. So make sure that you put that code. So AdWords will give you that code. So let's create a campaign. Brand awareness or drive brand awareness on social media. So I'll start with drive brand awareness, for example. So I'm going to create a campaign quickly. I do have my ads available. So campaign name, lookalike. You can see that people who are similar to a site. So I'm actually targeting someone who's actually come to a website. I want to make sure that they should see my ad quickly. So that's why I'm creating, which is campaign lookalike. So let's say I've got 1,000 people on my website in last week. So I want to make sure that people same as 1,000 people or people who are lookalike this 1,000 people, they should be seeing my ads. Campaign like, so I'm going to lookalike campaign. And the daily budget I'm going to put at $1. But we need to see some statistics. I'll show you quick statistics. $3. And then I'm going to focus on clicks. So I'm actually telling AdWords to show my ad in such a way that I should be getting clicks. And end date I'm going to keep at 1st of March. Sorry, 31st of March. Ad group name. And then we're going to work on audiences. You can choose location, but location. So I'm going to target Ahmedabad as of now. Ahmedabad city. And then I'm going to create an ad. So it's upload or choose from your AdWords. So I've already uploaded my ad. So I'm going to choose those ads quickly. For this campaign, you see I'm selecting again. So that is important. So I'm just selecting again. And then what I'll do is I'll click on choose option. That's it. That's done. And then I need to work on billing method. And then I'm going to launch a campaign. So once that is done, I'm so excited to ready a launch. So I'll click on launch. So primary for all changes. So I'm going to launch this ad. And then sign in with your PayPal. So let's start with the PayPal. So I'll quickly connect PayPal and I'll start with this. And once that is done, I'm going to add this and my campaign will get live in some time. And you can also see what results we have achieved. This is just an idea. And we can get all details like where my ads are shown. You can go to reports and you can get all these reports. You can see that how many impressions I got, 1,22,000. CTR, we'll quickly see. So this is reports. You see where your ads are shown. Where are people seeing your ads? You can see day of the week. You can see a lot of details here. So make sure that you go and check these details. And then if I go to ad campaign, you will see a lot of details. So you can see that similar lookalike audience. You see the how much money we have spent. Similar audience, 1,2844, $21 we have spent. So not running as of now. So what I'll do is I'll check it for last 14 days, and we'll see some good statistics. So see that how many impressions we have done, how many clicks we have done. You can see clicks and CTR, you see 0.14, 0.51, and we can do a lot of things. So my advice is just check these details. You can do fantastic work with the help of this. You can see that you can always start with the email campaign. You can create a campaign, and the problem is, so I'm going to create a campaign. So that I can always do. So make sure that you check, check ad role, and I suggest ad role to start advertising. You can see email marketing, the power of retargeting sends straight to your customer's inbox. Just check this option, and it's a very fantastic way to start with retargeting. So I hope that this is adding a lot of value, and make sure that you start with retargeting ad using ad role. That's very important. Okay, fine. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about another way to do retargeting, which is Google Ads. Now I'm a huge fan of targeting Google Ads with YouTube advertisement, because our customers, if they will come to my site, I'm very sure they will definitely gonna go to YouTube, because YouTube is the second largest search engine, which is again owned by Google. So as you can see, if I go to campaign, I'll just show you. Let's say if I do it for last 14 days, let's check this quickly. Let's just give an example. So you see that these are all on YouTube campaigns. You can see that website retargeting campaign. So before you go in with retargeting on YouTube, or let's say display campaign, or let's say search retargeting, it's very important to connect three things. You have to connect three things. Number one, you have to connect Google Ads with analytics, and analytics with YouTube, right? So these three platforms should be connected, because we're going to build audiences, right? So we're going to build audiences in Google Ads, and we're going to build audiences in Google Analytics. I'll just give you a quick idea. So you can see that this is Google Ads, and this is my ID. I'll go to my YouTube channel. So you can see that I'm on my YouTube channel. And what I'm going to do is, so make sure that you log in the YouTube channel. Now in my scenario, I'm having all these three platforms having three different Gmail IDs, and that's why I need to connect them all. But in case if you have only one Gmail ID, if you have got every property with the same Gmail ID, let's say Google Ads you're using same Gmail ID, and same Gmail ID you are using for YouTube, and same Gmail ID you are using for analytics, then it will be done automatically. You don't have to do much work. But even if you have different email IDs, no worries, because you can still connect them all. So I'll just give you a quick idea. You see that I'll go to my channel, go to my YouTube studio, and so you can see that. So go to your channel. So let's say if I want to target people on YouTube, it's very important that I should have a good channel. I should have subscribers on my channel. That's very important. So let's see, you can see I'll go to settings, and then what I'll do is I'll go to advanced settings. You can see the channel, advanced settings. Okay, so number one is make sure that this should not be checked. So this should be unchecked. Advanced channel settings, and you see here which is Google Analytics property tracking ID. So make sure that, and you can say link an AdWords account. So that's very important. So let me check. This is Brandveda, because I need to check this. So I'm on wrong Gmail ID. So you see that this is all connected. So make sure that link an AdWords account. So click here, and then put customer ID here. So you can see here, this is the customer ID. Put that is here, and when you put that, so I'll copy this, and once I put here, you can see I can click on next, and then give a name. And once that is done, you will find it here. And then what you have to do is you can go to Google Ads, and then what you do is go to linked accounts, and what you have to do is you have to give permission. Now you have to enable that. So this is just an idea, it's not that difficult. So let's say find Google ads here. Okay, you can see Google Analytics here or YouTube here. So you click here YouTube, and you'll find the channel here, and make sure that you click on link, and it will be done. Right, and next is, as I showed you here, you can also put which is link an analytics account, and make sure that you put here as well, which is analytics ID. So let's say I'm into my analytics account. I'll just show it to you. So this is on my analytics account, and if I go to my admin, you can see that property settings. You can go to property settings. You see that this is what I'm tracking as of now. So make sure that you click this, and then go again back to YouTube, right? So we'll go to YouTube quickly, advanced settings, and make sure that put it here, and then when it is done, click on save option. And then what you do is you go to Google Ads again. So you go to Google Ads again and go here and go with linked accounts, and go to Google Analytics, and you find that analytics here. So make sure that you click on link option. So that's how you're going to connect everything. So so this is a very simple step. Just do this, and then you are ready to create an audience. And what we're going to do is we'll go to Google Analytics. So it says, so where are you going to build audience? Number one, we can build audience in Google Analytics. You see that I'll go to that property, which is Brandveda corporate new website, and you can see that audience definition. So click here and click on audiences, and then here you're going to build that audiences. So I'm going to build that audience. Let's say I want to build audience, someone coming onto my page website. I'm going to build that audience. So let's say I'm having huge traffic at my home page, or let's say I want to build audience for all the visitors. You see that this is all I've created. So new audience, you see that all visitors. So you can click on all visitors, and you can name this. There are a lot of options here. You can always check this option, so which is important. And then once you create this audience, you can find this audience in Google Ads. So let's say if I go to Google Ads, if I go to the audience manager, you will see all audience here. So I'll just give you a quick idea. And here we're going to build some other audiences as well. You can see audience sources. So we can build a lot of audience. You can see Google Analytics. So here you're going to check your audiences. So audience list. I will tell you how we can create this, but this is important. So now audience source. So I'm going to build an audience list. So you see that website visitor or YouTube users. So once you connect, Google Ads with YouTube, you can check your channel here, and you can build audience from here. So viewed any video from a channel, or viewed certain videos. So if someone viewed my channel, I'm going to make that audience. Or someone has viewed particular videos, I can build an audience. So what it means, let's say if I click on video, I viewed any video from my channel. So I'll give you a quick idea. So my channel has got around 1,000 subscribers, close to 1,000 subscribers. So let's say I'll go here, I'll click on cancel option. Let's say if I go to analytics, you see that, so you can always check this. So I think I'm on, okay, fine. So, so see that this is our channel. So I want to make sure that someone watching my video on YouTube, they should be seeing my ad on YouTube. So that's really very important, that I can always do. If I want to start advertising on YouTube, or let's say if I want to start advertising, someone watching my video, if they go to any website, they should see my ad. I can do that part as well. But very specifically, if I want to do it on YouTube, so I need to build audience from here. So whether I want to show advertisement on YouTube or on some other websites, I have to build audience from here. And then I can always create, I can name this audience, let's say viewed. So viewed videos channel. So that is important. And then you can always create this. So I've created this, and what Google will do is Google gonna populate cookies. So I've created a lot of audiences from here. And then what you have to do is you have to just create a campaign. So you can create, you can create another list, which is, let's say, website visitors. So I want to make a list of people who actually visiting my site. So I've done this with that of Google Analytics. You can also create audience from here. Visitor of a page, or visitor of a page who also visited another page. So I can create an audience. It's a home page audience. I'm just giving an idea. Or let's say DM course page, for example, and put that URL here equals, and then you can always create an audience. So let's say this is a home page, for example. So I can always create an audience, or let's say equals digital marketing course, put that URL. This is just an idea. And then you can always click an audience. So this is how you're actually building an audience. And then once you are ready with the campaign, what you can do is you can go to Google. Let's say you want to start with YouTube campaign. So I'll go to overview, I'll go to campaign. You can see that these are all campaigns. So I'm going to click on campaign YouTube. And then you need to learn like what kind of ads you can show it on YouTube. So whether it's in-stream or out-stream, or bumper ads, or skippable, non-skippable 15-second ads. Let's say, so there are a lot of options. So I'll go on, click on new campaign option. This is so important. So we are building, so objectives, we're building audience on the website, we're building audience on YouTube. So let's say create a goal. This is a video. So I want to start with video campaign. Let's say I want to start with in-stream or discovery ads. So I can always start with this. So I'll show you how we can do this. So let's say I want to start with video in-stream. Let's say I want to target someone. So this is video retargeting. So someone watching my video, I want to make sure that they see my ad on YouTube as well. So this is video retargeting. And then I'm going to use CPV, campaign total. So let's say I'm going to put 100 rupees a day. So I'll change it to let's say daily budget. And then you see the networks. So anyways, I'm going to use you see here so in-stream video discovery ads. So I only want to start advertising on YouTube. You can always put the language, which is English. And then if you want to target people from India, you can target India, or you can keep Ahmedabad. But you keep in mind, if you are targeting, people who have seen my video on YouTube, they might be from a lot of places. So I'm going to keep it India, no problem. And then I'm going to keep standard inventory. And let's say this is okay, but so I'm going to use some options. You can check these options. And then I'm going to create custom audience, which is video retargeting. This is so important. So let's say I'll not do anything demographic. I'll go to audiences. So this is important. So you have to select here. So let's say you can see browse, and then you can see custom audiences. You can see that who have interacted with the business, YouTube users. You can see that. So I've created all this. Viewed a channel or viewed any video. So today also we have created one. So I'm not sure what name I have given it. But I can check this option. So you can see that we'll get to know some ideas. So we're going to have 190k impressions. And then we're going to have a bidding, let's say 2 rupees when someone view my video. And then I'm going to put a video. So let's say I need to find a testimonial. So I'll write, let's say, Brandveda testimonial. This is an in-stream ad. Let's say, and then skippable in-stream. That's it, done. And then I'm going to put an URL. Let's say brandvedaahm. You see that the idea of in-stream ad is to have, people from YouTube. They should come to my landing page. And then you can see here, I'll get how many views I can see, impressions, average CPV, and budget. And then, okay, fine. So I'm going to write this is testimonial. This is just an idea. And then boom, done. It's also, I've created that campaign. Now we can see some statistics. I need to put some money before I start with this campaign. But I'll show you some campaigns. So I'll go to all campaign. I'll talk about video retargeting and website. So let's say you can see there are a lot of campaigns. So you see that if I talk about interaction rate, which is CTR, people who actually clicked, you see retargeting. So I will do it for last 30 days. This is just an idea. You can see that It will get loaded quickly. So you can see the video retargeting. You see 30.6. So this is important. And you see this is video retargeting. You can see the 24.89, 389 views, impression. You see average cost is very less. So I'm spending around. So we can always customize, but this is just an idea. So you see this is video retargeting again. So you see that 24.89. So you see that this is having huge CTR. It's gonna be there because I'm actually showing that to someone on YouTube who has actually watched my video previously on YouTube. So you can see that this is so important. So we have run a lot of campaign, but this is how you can run a campaign. So I advise that you should always targeting website visitor plus, YouTube. I love this combination. I'll show you that combination. You see, I'm running a lot of campaigns. I go with, let's check this. Website visitors. You see that 24.7. Average cost is so less. I'm having good impression and views. So this is just an idea, but we should be always doing this.